Go ahead,
Episode 9. Welcome to episode 9. As you can see, we do not have a new trophy to our addition here on the
It was
table.
close.
Well, one game was close. But lots to go over through the Mexico Major. Lots of drama and excitement from that event.
You mainly caused by you.
Which I helped contribute to. I had my place in the Mexico Major. We take those. And I guess we can touch on PUBG too. But before we go any further, we have to go back and take a look at your lovely comments you left for us in episode 9. Most of them were just roasting me, which I appreciate. So we'll have to read some of the funny ones. So
We have to remember that Luke, for those of you who haven't seen the last podcast, Luke took his hand at guessing some flags and went a fantastic 0-3.
Okay. Black Pearl Gaming says, he says that all the flags are the same. Yeah, bro, they're all rectangular. Good one.
I mean,
Thank
got a point.
Yep. Oh, no, Luke, you got the American flag wrong. It's 13 stripes, not 14. That is true. I did say there's 14 stripes on the American flag. Kevin said that. Yeah, good. Yeah, so Kevin apparently knows the American flag, but I do not. Okay, John Brandt says, Luke, please continue to send the wrong photos in for the whole PUBG team. Okay.
What happened there?
John, let's have a conversation about this, John.
What?
I think he's referencing the, what was it? There's some report came out with the highest earners in esports for this year.
Yeah.
And they had like the wrong photo for Shrimsy. John, I appreciate your commitment to our PUBG team and that we have actual correct photos, but that was not on me. No one. If somebody comes to me and says, "Luke, can I please have photos of the PUBG team?" I'll gladly give you correct photos of our PUBG team. But you have to come and ask me for them first, because they never come to, like, when you see those pictures go up and they're like from 5 years ago or they're the wrong team.
So that's 3 years old.
If it's an old photo, it's probably because they just pulled it off of like Wikipedia or Google. Yeah. So I appreciate that, John. I will send in the correct team photos if people ask me for them. Otherwise, I don't know that you need them. What else?
Come on, Luke, get ahead of it. Just send pictures to everybody.
Ziger, I think that's how you pronounce your name, says, love these podcasts. Thank you. What is Goddess doing in the org these days?
She is the assistant coach of the Rainbow 16.
Yep. She's around. You don't see her as much because she's not a player anymore. She's more on the...
There's like 19 dogs in the Rainbow Six house. She's pretty much just like a crazy dog lady now. Like, from The Simpsons, like a caged cat lady. That Lauren is pretty much that, but with dogs.
Yep. So she's staying busy. Ryan says, I would love to challenge Tribizzle to a geography/flag related trivia game.
Is he American?
Ryan Hayes.
Let's just assume he is. He's lost.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's a bold claim. I would pay to see that.
No offense, but I'm not saying all Americans don't know geography, but like most. It would be an astute guess to assume that I would be better than him. Because most Americans don't know anything past their like front gate.
True. Well, I feel like I'm a poor representation because
AKA Luke.
I don't represent all Americans. Okay, final comment we'll read comes from Mr. Solo Q. It says, I'm excited for Super's run in Mexico. This might be Super's burner account. He says, I'm excited for Super's run in Mexico. Last time he played internationally, he gave the Nora Rango a free dub. I don't know. I do not know what that means.
Norarenga, the Japanese team.
Oh, yeah, true.
Well, you see, we can use that as a segue. Nice, Luke. Segue into Rainbow Six. And I think the overall, before we get into the nitty gritty of it, I think the overall thing we can take away from this major is APAC is no joke.
True.
I feel like, I don't just think it's NA. I feel like everybody went in there probably didn't prepare that well for the APAC teams. Mm-hmm. Well, there's only 2 teams because Knights couldn't make it. And they played a really different style of Siege. I mean, when we played CAG, they were bringing out shields, and we haven't had a shield meta in some time. So that looked like it caught us completely off guard. So it was nice to see a very competitive major. To be fair.
Well, I think if you're Europe or North America, you go away from the major feeling like we got some work to do because LATAM and APAC kind of showed up.
I think LATAM is by far is just the strongest region by in Rainbow Six for this year and probably last year. I think a lot of the teams there will be going away thinking we probably should have prepared more. TSM, obviously, I don't think you can be disappointed, Merc, getting COVID before he's out there. I thought Dark Zero overperformed. I thought they did a lot better than I thought they were going to.
I wonder if they do better against Team 1 in the playoffs if half their roster doesn't have COVID.
That's also true. I mean, 2 of them playing from the hotel room, which is never, ever good. I don't care what anybody says. Hotel internet fucking blows, pardon my French. And, it's never comfortable.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, I didn't know what their current state, but I'm sure they weren't feeling the greatest. And if you don't feel well, you're not going to play that.
I can't imagine they felt great now.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, well, that was unfortunate. But like I said, our predictions were terrible. We got them. We were nowhere near.
Our predictions were just as bad as my flag trivia. So.
Well, I think some of them we got Empire. We thought Empire would make it through.
I think you said SSG would get through. I don't think I said that.
SSG's a weird one.
Maybe we did.
I feel like SSG underperformed.
Yeah, they did well.
Furious
did well in groups.
Didn't they get beat by Furia in groups too?
Yeah, they lost one game.
Was it because they couldn't have been in their group? I feel like they've played Fury before and lost.
No. Furia was in their group. They lost 8-7.
How did they get? And they got knocked out by them in the.
They lost to Empire.
Oh, Empire
in quarterfinals. Yeah. What other surprises? NIP was kind of a surprise. I mean,
they only got one win, didn't they? Like us.
Yeah. No, they didn't even get a win.
They got 0 points.
They had overtimes. This format is so confusing. They were 0-2. 0-2.
2 overtime wins?
0-2-3-1.
4 points. 5 points.
7 points. 2 overtime wins, I think.
That's 4 points.
Yeah. Plus.
Did we get the lowest points?
Let's see. Did we? We
only got 2 points.
No, Knights had 0 points.
Well, they didn't turn up.
Yeah, we got the lowest.
We take this.
We had the lowest points right behind TSM. TSM had 3 points.
We had the hardest group, though.
Well, it's funny because no one thought we had a tough group.
We had the hard apart from us, we had the hardest group. Apparently, we were a freebie.
Yeah.
We beat Team 1.
True.
And in the rematch, we were up 4-5-1 against them.
Yeah, we had a pretty big lead.
So we technically beat so technically
we're the best.
We're
second best.
We're still the major champions.
Well, the crazy thing there is Team 1 was just a couple rounds off of not getting out of groups with the round differential or whatever. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, they had to beat CAG 7-2 to get through in the second spot, right?
Yeah, I mean, what was the final score? 7-2. Yeah, they crushed it. So
mad.
Yeah.
I mean, congratulations to them. Unfortunately, during that process, yourself and Yeti managed to piss off a whole country.
Yeti, I have no control over Yeti. That was him, right? The tweet that I made saying that Team 1, I stand by that. That was a good tweet. Yeah. That was a good tweet.
You literally hit me up on Discord last night. You were like, impressions, stocks.
Stonks are through the roof. I mean, I don't get some of the people on Twitter reply to the tweet and they're like, haha, you guys must feel so dumb tweeting this, karma, haha. I'm like, that's not really how it works. When you make a tweet like that, it's going to go either one of two ways. Either you're going to be right and you're going to get impressions off of making the right prediction, or you're going to be completely wrong, like I was, and you're going to get roasted for it,
content.
Which is part of. Yeah.
I'll be honest. I was watching that game where Yeti did the Yeti finger.
Yeah, what we're calling it.
I swear to God, as soon as I seen it, I thought, oh God, what's he doing? That's going to be a fine. I just know it's going to be a fine. And then I could almost see a glint in his eyes. He did it like they put the camera on. It was almost like he didn't know what to do. Right? It's like
just making obscene.
He had that split moment, and then he chose poorly. Yeah, not smart because I think it affected him. I haven't spoken to him yet. I'm going to speak to him when he gets back, but I think it affected him a lot more because, as we know. As my DMs also know,
as your DMs,
that if you piss the Brazilians off,
they will come after you.
They will come after you. I'm going to read one of the tweets, one of the DMs that I got, which I thought was a little bit uncalled for, but I mean, I personally didn't do anything.
So you were getting DMs to your personal account?
I was getting, emails, DMs.
I didn't get any DMs, except, the brand account got a couple.
People don't know who you are.
Oh, true.
With that, but who did I send it to? Crap. Yeah, while I look for this, I'm a boomer. It takes me forever to use my phone. But yeah, he is before, because he apologized on Twitter afterwards, right?
Yeah, he felt bad about it.
And that was on his own. I was getting ready to, tell him to apologize, sort of thing. Mm-hmm. But he had already done it by that point. So it was, it had obviously. It obviously affected him. I think after that, I don't think he played the greatest. I think he struggled a little bit after that, and I think that was playing quite heavily on his mind. So, I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep the chat going whilst trying to find this DM. It's not.
Pull up Twitter, dude.
It's not easy, bro.
Pull up Twitter.
No.
Go to your DMs.
No.
Anyway. I honestly kind of forgot about the tweet that I made on Monday saying you're not that team. I kind of forgot about that until Sunday, and I open up our tweet deck and I just see it blowing up because the game had just ended, and I was like, oh wow, if your team won, you don't really forget that. That was if you're a team one social media manager, that's free real estate.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, I got it. It says, I'm going to say who it's from.
Okay.
But I had to use my Google Lens to translate it because I don't speak Portuguese. It says 3 messages. Right? But it messaged a few more times after this as well, but I didn't screenshot those. It says, I hate you forever.
Good start.
I was like, what? I said, you are going to go broke, and on that day, I will laugh a lot. Smiley, laughing face, thumbs up. What the hell did I do?
Oh, whenever you go broke, that guy's going to be happy.
I was like, what did I was going to message him back. I didn't do anything, bro. What? So, anywho, that I hate to think what Yeti's DMs.
Yeah.
Right?
He probably, I wonder if he closed his DMs for that week.
The funniest thing is they always DM you in Portuguese.
Yeah, we're dumb Americans.
At least translate it first if you're trying to insult me, bro. I have to spend extra time to translate that to see how much you hope that I go broke so you can laugh at me. But yeah, he apologized. This is the thing. He apologized. He came out with what I thought was a, from the heart apology. He apologized a couple of times, I think. Where he's just, he's a young. I actually thought Yeti was older than he is. Yeah, he's only 23.
Yeah.
I thought Yeti was 26. I don't know why. He's only 7. And it's not. He didn't spit on the flag or something like that. He just flipped someone off. Because they told me the night before that they had. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but they had information that that team or a team had been messaging who they scrimmed against, asking for who the bans and the map picks were. So they were pissed off. Maybe that obviously that source was players definitely aren't going to go, oh well, this player told me, right, or whatever, or and send the DM, so it just gets swept under the rug. But that was their genuine thought that game, so they were a little bit miffed. Maybe they should have miffed the whole tournament. Would have been. Yeah. Maybe I just got to slide into every. Hey, this guy's just asked me who they're playing against. Our team just beat everybody. But he apologized and let it go. But unfortunately now it'll be another 6 months of this until someone else steps up, takes over Yeti's mantle of pissing off a country.
A whole country. Well, if we make SI, which I think we still have above a 90% chance.
We've got 665 points.
We're in 7th right now, I think.
6th or 7th.
Yeah.
He's got 665 points. I think just over 700 will qualify. Because all top 16 teams ain't going to get like 750 points. It's just not possible. So it's looking good. I mean,
we just can't have a terrible stage 3, which I don't think.
Confidence last or 7th or 8th.
I mean, even if we do come in last, there's still a chance we qualify for SI.
The other day, I think the I said to the team, and I spoke to Super a bit last night, but we didn't like when we put this team together. It was supposed to be a slow building process, right? It was supposed to be a slow building process where we take it slow and try and improve over the year. The fact that we made a major, we finished second, technically finished second in the major too. Thank you, mini major. Thank you for those 3. I mean,
have to check the
OXG's pretty much going to SI because of that one win.
True.
Because they have a better chance than we do, right? Yeah. Which obviously, is unfortunate, but there's nothing we can do about it. You got to take the points that you're given. And then we finished 3rd, and we qualified for a major. And we finished 2nd and 3rd. We were not, as I said, it doesn't matter. Go to that major. If you finish last, you finish last, right? It's all experience. We didn't expect to be there. So,
and this was for pretty much the entire team their first international.
It was all.
Experience.
I mean, Supers was. I mean, Wrexham had one. With LG
I keep forgetting about
in
that.
Romania, I think it was. Like that, but Supers his last one was on
that was a while ago.
GameCube.
The original Nintendo.
But yeah, I mean, I spoke to Super last night before we recorded this, and they said that the great thing was the whole team was super positive. They know what they need to work on. They think it's a huge learning curve. You could see the players were all like they weren't themselves. It's nerve wracking your first one. You know what I mean? So I expect them if we do. If we make top 4 next phase and get to go to the other major and US Nationals, that'd be amazing. I don't know if they're doing US Nationals this year, but if they are.
I don't know if they are either. I know a lot of people want them to.
US Nationals was awesome.
It was fun.
So, I take it with a pinch of salt. Soniqs fans, the way I see it is I was just happy to be there.
True.
It's better that we got there. And, technically what could have happened is we finished 2nd first phase. There was no major. We could have finished 5th and qualified for SI.
Yeah.
And their first LAN would have been SI. And that would,
True. Yeah, you definitely getting this experience before SI is very nice.
So, obviously everybody, I can't stand here and go, whilst watching it, I wasn't disappointed. Because obviously when you're there, you want to win. But the overarching thing was, it was an amazing experience to be there. So super happy that we got there, and the whole team have learned a lot from it. The way they've reacted after it has been fantastic. So they really want to just knuckle down now and go for phase 3. Go for phase 3 if we finish top 4 again.
Mm-hmm. Would you feel any different if our group wasn't as strong as it was?
No. I think all the teams there played well. I don't think there was, we were the. If we were going to hold our hands up, we were the weakest team there.
Us and TSM.
Well, you can't even put TSM out to play. TSM lost a player. We were the on paper the weakest team there. Mm-hmm. So, you just got to look. You go fine. Every week somebody has to be right. We learn from it. We know we're not. We know we're better than what we played. So, yeah.
So next is stage 3, probably beginning next month in September. I don't know when.
I think it's early September.
Early September. What you said the goal is top 4?
I mean, no. I mean
the goal is SI.
Again,
come on, you have to have some.
If we make SI, yes, amazing. But there's no pressure. I can't turn around to the players now and say, "Listen, you've got to make SI." That was never in the plan.
Well, yeah. I mean, and even you're already at 90. You're over 90% of the way there. So.
Well, just go out and play your game. I think this phase 3 is going to be the most competitive phase.
No, I think so too. I think it's going to be really. I think the top 4. I mean, top 4 is pretty easy. Stage 1, not so easy. Last stage. I mean, it came to our final game against Disrupt. So I think this stage 3 is going to be the hardest.
Oh yeah, big time. I mean, SSG were firing on all cylinders. TSM were good. OXG had a poor phase, but DG were getting better. DZ are getting way better.
Well, yeah, they just got to figure out the overtime thing.
But, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough.
It's going to be really tough to make top 4.
Yeah.
Because there's like 6 strong teams there.
Yeah, and
Even you could even say, I mean, you can say 7.
Yeah, Mirage looks good too.
Mirage looked okay. I mean, did
baby.
they drop a player yet?
I don't know.
I don't know. But there's definitely, if you take Mirage out of the question because they kind of fell off a bit last season, but you just go for the 6 there. Any of those 6 can make top 4, in my opinion.
Including XSET.
Oxygen.
Rep the set, baby.
I mean, XSET have got... Like,
this is XSET stage. Mark my words.
Haven't they? They've dropped Thomas.
That is true. That did kind of come out of nowhere.
Haven't Beast Coast dropped people too? They're in like full rebuild mode. It's like...
Okay, maybe not. Maybe next year it'll be XSET's year.
No, in our luck, we'll qualify for SI, finish last, and get relegated. Blink.
That is true. Relegations are in for stage 3. Mm-hmm. I forgot about that. That's going to be chaos.
Yeah. Especially, I think the number 1 challenger team, their 2 top-rated players, are going to MPL this phase, so they've ripped the 2 best players from the top CL team, which sucks for the CL team, but alas.
Right.
Here we go. Everyone's deciding to come in as we record, as is the way.
This is the way.
Yeah.
I forgot relegations are back. Man, that's... We don't too...
I don't want to touch...
get nervous.
I'm going to touch, but I don't think we should be looking out like that. Shouldn't be something that we're worrying about, but obviously keep an eye on.
I mean, it should have, like, it's crazy. You'd think they would do it for the entire year.
Oh yeah,
because you could have one bad split.
Yeah,
just one bad split, regardless of how your other 2 went, and now relegated. So, all right, well, can't be us.
I hope it's not us, because we probably wouldn't go to SI if we got relegated.
All right, we won't even think about that.
No, I won't want to think about that. That would be a... So, if we had to say standout teams of the major. CAG.
Team 1 was definitely a standout team.
CAG,
you think?
Yeah, CAG and Damwon came through a...
True, I like watching Damwon play. But I'm a Damwon Kia simp.
You are.
Yeah, world champs last year. Who else did I enjoy watching?
Who do you think was... All right, let's start with the disappointing teams.
Soniqs was definitely a disappointment. Not really. I would have been disappointed if we didn't win a single game. I'm glad that we won 1 game.
Against the champions.
We'll take that. Disappointing. That's, obviously NIP.
NIP and G2?
NIP and G2, yeah. Would probably be the biggest disappointments. TSM, they didn't play well, but you can't really hold that to them missing Merc.
Yeah, you got Pojo on entry.
Right.
What? Pojo's like, I'm the coach, bro.
So disappointing. Most standout team other than Team 1. Who else did well? Empire.
Team Liquid. BDS were...
BDS looked pretty good.
Groups were just... They slapped everybody.
Yeah.
I thought BDS... Well, through groups, I thought BDS were going to go on and win it. Just because they were just like... They dominated us. Like, they dominated a lot of teams in that group.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, they 2-0'd Furia in the quarterfinals.
They lost to Liquid.
Lost to Empire.
Yeah. They were good. I mean, we did say it depends which Empire turned up, and the great version turned up. So
good event, very exciting, great finish.
By the way, I don't want to get hate for this, but I did see a tweet saying world champions
from Team 1.
It's not a world championship. Just throwing that out there.
I don't know, but you could make the same argument about us winning PGIS.
But that was a world championship.
No, it was an invitational.
With 32 teams over 2 months.
But it was an invitational.
But it's, I guess you can.
So, similar, but different.
But this is a major. SI is the world championship.
Yeah, true.
This was PGIS was the replacement for the world championship.
How much did they win for that?
200,000.
200,000. Oh, that's nothing. Get the check. That's a world championship check right there, baby.
So yeah, well done, Team 1. I'm super happy that they won it. Great. I love it when there's an underdog story. They were from our group as well, so we could say we got beat by the best. Makes so good job to them, but World Championship. That's SI. Monte Cristo.
I was just gonna say he killed it.
Legend.
Yeah.
Keep him.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, yeah. I hope maybe he'll be back for SI or something. But is there another major between SI?
Yeah.
After Stage 3?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good team. We'll see you there.
I hope so. Otherwise, you got a long prep phase for hopefully SI if we make it. But yeah, Monty was awesome. The cast, I think the whole production was nice. I really liked the stage. It looked great. All the reports I got back from the hotel and everything like that, everything was great. Yeah. I know a few people got sick, but hey, so did we when we went to Mexico. Yeah, true. Or some of us did. It's just one of those. I feel like you just get unlucky. I know Joe got pretty sick, but I'd say overall, Ubisoft put on a great event.
Go team.
Go Ubi. Pubbers. Pubberga.
Not a whole lot to say because it's only been the first week of group stages. We're doing too well. We're still in first right now, right?
Correct.
So that's bad.
Well, yeah, there is something called the group stage curse, as we all know.
Yeah. What's the group stage curse for the viewers who aren't familiar?
Group stage curse. Everybody who wins a group stage of a PUBG event never wins the final event.
As demonstrated by us during ESL.
Yeah, as demonstrated by TSM in PCS4.
True. And
so on, as far back as I can remember. So it is called the group stage curse, and everyone taunts the group stage curse.
And we thought we could beat it.
And if we can't beat it...
If we can't beat it, nobody can.
So, Oath did their classic, didn't turn up day one, got 19 kills, did nothing.
Yeah.
And then win 4 out of 5 games, or 3 out of 5 games.
Yeah.
In day 2 with their, I don't know who they pay. But they pay someone.
They pay someone.
That happens. It happens too damn much.
Yeah.
How many times is Oath completely out of it and then they win 3 games in a row?
Easy.
Blessed. # blessed.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have even, and they won ASL. They shouldn't have even been there. Wild card, looking at you. No cap.
No cap.
Yeah. TSM. I do like
TSM struggling.
I do like to start a nice copy pasta. in
Is that
chat.
You in chat?
It's always me. I say because they call themselves the Iron Men of PUBG.
Yeah.
I was like, it's an Iron Man challenge of them, how long they can go without winning anything. Even though they won ESL, it's not the last one before.
Tough scenes.
Yeah, I mean, team's playing really well. PCS Tiggleton is back, not ESL Tiggleton.
The clutch.
Well,
that clutch.
Tiggleton had 500 damage less than, I think it was Kickstart was in first place, and Kickstart played 10 games and Tigger played 5. So PCS Tiggleton was well and truly,
he's warmed up.
Yeah, and Shrimsy's playing. They're all playing well.
Yeah,
they're all playing really well. A lot of kills. I think we still have
70, 80.
I still think we have 30 or 35 more than Oath in second place. Yeah. Which is just, unfortunately Twire has changed their website. You used to be able to look up the.
You can't.
I couldn't figure it out. Oh. But I would like to know what the super points are.
We're probably 100 points ahead.
Well, with 3 wins, an Oath got 3, we'd at least.
Well, with the kill difference, that's at least 40 points right there.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
Plus placements.
We'd be miles ahead. Yeah. Which is, it could be a thing to say that format is better because it keeps it more interesting. We'd just be AFK right now.
Yeah, we don't even have to turn up for the last 2 days.
I don't even think we have to turn. I think 3 wins would get you top 6.
Yeah.
I would think. You would think.
You
would think.
Hopefully it's enough.
Well, I was told it was only one weekend by Curly Fries upstairs. So I thought...
Technically, he's correct.
He is correct, because it's a Wednesday and a Thursday next week. But I was watching it last night with Wildcard, and they won the last game, but were 1 kill short of 6th place. So they thought they were going into the last chance qualifier.
Okay.
And it was because somebody kept stealing their kills. They got 2 kills stolen from them that game. It was because that last chance qualifier is not going to be fun.
No, that's going to be stressful too.
Because you're going to have 6 teams qualifying from NA, 6 teams from LATAM, and the top 4 from the combined. That's not going to be fun.
No, good luck with that.
TSM will have to turn up next week, otherwise they might not. If they don't make PCS 5, odds on I still think they make PGC.
That is a good point. I have to look at the PGC points over here.
I still think they'll make it though. They're not. It's TSM.
I
know Kurt was having internet issues.
Was he?
Yeah. And there's nothing worse when you're trying to play like a game like that and you're rubber banding all over the place.
Yeah.
And you're trying to IGL your team.
TSM is in third with 440 with PGC points.
Yeah, that's going to get you there in the top 6.
So it's the top 5 that go to PGC plus
no,
one.
so the one that wins PCS 5
goes
auto quals, and then it's the next 5, but one spot is guaranteed for LATAM.
Okay.
But I think
TSM is going to go. I mean, you could not win. You could not even qualify for PCS 5 and still go if you're TSM. Maybe if Dodge and Dignitas don't play well.
Well, are they going to make it to?
They're on the cutoff. They're in 5th with 270.
No, I mean, are they on qualifying for this?
They don't.
I don't think they've won.
They don't have won anything.
No, I don't think so. And neither do Dodge.
Yeah. So weird.
Weird. It could end up with like 2 or 3, because the LATAM teams are like playing well.
Yeah. SSG. Where's SSG?
Yeah, SSG is screwed.
Rip.
They have to win PCS 5.
They're in 8th, 190.
They have to win PCS 5.
You got a lot of room to make up.
They have to win it.
You got to win it. I mean, second place does get you 330, which will put you into the top.
I just don't think they just haven't been playing well enough.
Yeah.
They just haven't been playing well enough. Honestly, like that Zenith roster that got ripped apart and spread out. Like the only team that I think's come off better is Oath, taking
Snakers, right?
Kickstart.
Yeah. Snakers went.
Snakers has always been on there.
Oh, he's always been on there.
They got I think that's a stronger team, but I think SSG and Dignitas are both weaker than what that Zenith roster was.
Yeah, I'd agree. So
I think
we'll see.
I mean I'll be interested to see what people still think is the pack, because I think a lot of people still think it's us and TSM as the top 2 teams in North America. I think it's us and Oath.
Yeah, you think so? Yeah, I mean Oath they're right up there. I mean they have 565 PGC points.
Yep.
So.
I think Oath are better than TSM just because I think TSM is more consistent, but the problem is that they're either normally consistently good or consistently bad.
Not what you want.
Whereas Oath are a swing team. Like, I mean, Oath could probably give us a run for their money if they could figure it out, and because they can just turn up and dominate a day, but then they'll be like AFK the day. Like I said, I think they had 19 points on day 1.
Well, I remember, this is a fun fact. At PGIS, the Oath was one of only two teams to qualify every single week. But I don't think they ever finished in the money.
They
never did. Like, it was crazy. We would see them just qualify.
They're a young team too.
But when it came to that finals, like
I think they're definitely a dark horse for PGC. I think with Kickstart's a great player for sure. I think they can definitely turn up. They're so young. They're a young team. But like I said, I think they're solidly number 2 in North America.
No, yeah, especially, well, so far it seems that way.
Gas Cans have been solid as well.
That is true.
I think that they are probably the team that have adapted. I think we are still probably the team that's adapted the most, but they're definitely the team that has adapted the quickest to the new format.
Yeah. I think the cool thing about our team is we can do so poorly, like at ESL, right? And then put that aside and then come back and then just come in.
Did we do poorly at ESL?
That was the debate last podcast, because it was like we played, if it was by the point basis, and we would have won the tournament. Yeah. But for the most chicken rule, we played pretty bad.
Wait, it's hard to win a most chicken rule if you don't have any chickens.
Yeah, hard to do.
But it's still kill leaders. I still think we kill leaded the ESL.
ESL.
And we kill leading here.
Yeah, by far.
So. I don't know. I think I think the Soniqs are in a solid spot. Would I say put us as favourites to go and win PGC? I don't think I would.
No.
I still think you're probably going to get an Asian team that should. I don't know. It's so hard because.
I mean, I think that's a fair argument because the Asian teams did not look good at PGIS. And they were, like, everybody was thinking Gen G was going to turn up. Damwon Kia looked insane. 4 a.m. was there. Everybody was like, these are by far the
Road.
Yeah,
I
these
love that
these
name,
are
by the way.
yeah.
I want to know where Petrichor Road is. I want to go. I want to drive down Petrichor Road.
Those were the favorites, but then Damon Kia didn't qualify a single week.
I mean,
talk about catastrophic failure.
Talk about giga tilted.
Catastrophic failure. And Gen G looked okay. They looked good at times, but they were nowhere as consistent as they thought they would be.
I also think, as we were just talking about the major this one on Rainbow Six, maybe they had the similar attitude
that we had.
That NA wouldn't be that competitive.
No, I think a lot of people felt that way.
And that's why we just shocked a lot of people.
And then NA finishes first and second.
Yeah. And let's be fair, I think TSM played that PGIS like incredibly well. They were strong.
Yeah, they looked good. I mean, it's a shame that they were so close to so close to being top 5 or top 4.
They were strong. They played very, very well that tournament.
They were locked in.
They were definitely, I would say, the best like consistent NA team that whole tournament, I would think. They just couldn't get those wins.
True. So I think PGC is going to be pretty competitive.
Hopefully it goes ahead. I hope we're not heading into another lockdown. I've got a feeling we are, though.
You think so?
I think so, yeah.
True. The Delta strain, baby.
Delta variant.
Delta variant.
I don't know. I just have a feeling that we're going to head into another lockdown. That way, I hope not, because I really want the SI to go ahead. Next majors, I want PG.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm kind of surprised that these LANs are still happening, because the Call of Duty had a LAN 2 weeks ago, and a couple players got COVID.
But look at the soccer stadium. Soccer stadiums in the UK are full.
Really?
Just full. No, they're just normal. But they're still in a little bit of lockdown. So I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, who knows?
Honestly, I've lived in a basement for 2 years now.
Yeah, that's true.
I go outside and
what is this bright thing in the sky? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would be fine with LAN with no. Just do what we've been doing. LANs with no spectators.
Boring.
Is it though? Yeah, it's kind of boring, but it's
it is
it's
boring.
better than nothing.
No, boring isn't the right word. It's just not as exciting.
Exciting. Well, yeah.
And it's nice to have fans there.
SI is so far away though. So
SI is February. Well, yeah. It's gonna be freezing cold in the middle.
Yeah.
If we go, me and you have to go to Montreal again, Luke.
Is it gonna be in Montreal again?
It always is.
The last one was in Paris. Yeah.
SI
2020.
Was it?
Yeah, 2021 or 20.
Oh, because of COVID.
Yeah.
Because Canada was locked down. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, but we can go to.
I hope it's in Canada because I want to go to that.
We go to Nina's house again.
Who?
Nina. Come on, you just know where you.
Oh, was this the
DreamHack 2019?
Yeah, the crazy Airbnb lady.
Mate, that's a story.
That's a
Maybe
whole
we should
other
just
story.
close on that story because there's not.
Let's hear it.
So we went to DreamHack, right? It was us, me, you, Lauren.
I did not go. Corey went. I think.
Corey came. Oh yeah, he wasn't. It was Corey.
Yep.
And the team was Lauren, Super, Gonfi, Sleb, and Nep. So we get this really nice Airbnb, nice close to stay. This is a lovely house, by the way. First time we've gone anywhere as a team. Beautiful house. Get there, all is well. We've settled down. Oh, we're literally in bed. I get a DM from Nina,
The lady.
She was a Russian lady who owned the house, and for some reason, our payment, we paid for it all for months, weeks before we got there.
Yeah.
It all cleared. We got there, we were in their house staying, and the payment got reversed.
While you're sitting there in
While
bed.
while I'm sitting there in
With your
bed.
feet up. Okay.
11:30 at night. So the poor landlady starts going fucking mental, right? Because she thinks we're trying to scam
Rip her off, yeah.
I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. And we were a brand new org back then. So it's not like I didn't have, we were still setting up, I didn't have the business card, because it was still with the, it was still with Dwayne, our CFO. He couldn't give it to me because I'd need ID to use, So she's like, go to the bank and withdraw the money.
How much was it? $1,000?
It was it was $3,000.
Yeah, because you were there for a little bit.
Yeah, it wasn't cheap. It was a lot. It was a decent chunk of money, right? I can't remember exactly how much. I'm like, I'm not going to the bank and getting that cash out.
11
Like,
o'clock at night.
I'm trying to call Airbnb, and Airbnb won't do anything.
Yeah.
I tried different cards. I tried to put it on my bank card. No. I could not. Well, you remember, remember this because I was shouting at her in the middle of the night, right? I didn't sleep that night. So I'm like, we're not ripping. I'm to this poor woman. We're not trying to rip you off here, Nina. I was like, honestly, I'm trying to pay. I was like, I can PayPal you the money right now because I could. PayPal would work, but it had to go through Airbnb,
Right.
unless it was cash. Sketchy.
Sus.
So the problem was, she was like, you need to leave the house then. I was like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
We got games to play tomorrow, Nina.
Luckily we didn't. We had media day.
Media day.
So I'm like, I think her name was Nina. I'm pretty sure it's Nina. And so I'm like, right. And then, so she was like, she was like panicking, which is, it's fair play, right? She was panicking. This place had a beautiful sauna in it, by the way, like downstairs basement,
Really?
fully like LED. I remember I was sitting there. That's where my bedroom was, downstairs, and I was sitting there like in the bed watching TV, and Sleben just strolls down the stairs in a pair of shorts, a towel on, just like sitting in the sauna on his own for like an hour. God, Sleben was funny. And so anyway, so she was like, well, I'm gonna like. It got to the point where she was like kind of threatening that she's going to get us kicked out or kick us out or whatever. And I'm like, Nina, I can't, like, there's nothing I can do at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
So I stayed up the whole, so we had to go to the media day the next morning. And, we had to be there early. So there's no way I could go to like the bank or whatever beforehand or get it sorted before. Airbnb could do nothing about it. I can't remember exactly why. So it was one of those. It was like I had to make a call on the spot, and the call I made was like, right, we're just leaving. Because what I didn't want to go is we go to media day, and then she just dumps all of our stuff outside the house, right?
You come back and your luggage is on the front lawn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In the middle of Montreal.
In January.
It was
it was summer.
Yeah,
it was like June.
Yeah. So I spent the whole night rebooking hotel rooms for
all of you,
and getting us Ubers ready for when the players woke up.
Yeah.
To get us to another hotel, and I hadn't slept in like 36 hours. And then she was, as we were leaving, she was like, "No, you can stay. You can stay." I was like, "Nina, you've been threatening to kick me out for like all night, right? And now you're telling me it's okay. You can stay."
Yeah. Make your mind up, Nina.
Like, I had to make this, but luckily there was a happy ending. Airbnb reversed. Ended up being Airbnb's fault, so they reimbursed Nina the money for the nights we would have stayed there.
Nice. And you guys stay at a hotel.
So the only person
no sauna though.
The only person who got screwed was me because
Yeah.
I lost like a lot of sleep
And no sauna.
and no sauna.
Yeah. That's crazy. I mean, that's tough when. I mean, what do you do in Airbnb? How does Airbnb just reverse the payment?
When you're there,
Like the day of. Like, what?
but we beat FaZe. So
yeah, that's true. FaZe. And we played, what was it, Team Liquid?
Team Liquid in the semis and got beat.
We played them pretty tight, though, if I remember.
Yeah, and then they ended up winning it. Or did TSM won it, I think. One of those.
Where is FaZe still in R6?
Yeah.
I'm surprised they weren't at the major.
So that was a little fun Rainbow Six story to end the podcast.
There you go.
Yeah, that was like that was our first event as a team.
How we almost got kicked out of Canada.
Oh.
Is that another story? Oh, no.
We'll save that one for another time.
next
All I'll
podcast.
say is that somebody nearly missed their flight. I can't remember. I have to think about it. It was bad. Because I'm with the Europeans and they were on like their travelers visas because we were still
Right.
waiting for their thingies to come through. What a
Airport
oh
nightmare.
my God, what a dilemma that was. I never want that. Getting that visa for Sleben and Gonfi was one of the hardest things.
That took us months.
And then
A year. That took us a full year.
Genie turned up and solved
Yeah.
it in like 3 weeks. Me and you were like, we
tried everything.
We'll have to tell that story one day. That
Yeah.
that man Mike nearly fell over again. That was the one time in the podcast. But anyway. So
next podcast.
Nina, if you became a Rainbow Six fan and you watch this podcast that nobody else watches,
You have a lovely sauna.
your house was beautiful. And I'm sorry Airbnb tried to screw you over.
Well, Should we end it there?
Yeah, I think so.
That's a wrap. We'll be back.
Unless you
in
want to do a
couple
flag
weeks.
real fast.
I'm all done with flags. We got to find some other trivia.
All right, what
Historical
is...
monuments.
All right,
Lighthouses in
all right.
America.
Okay. Gotcha.
Oh, no.
This is dead easy. Softball down the middle.
You said that about every flag you
They
showed
were
me
really
last
easy.
episode.
Super softball down the middle.
All
Knock
right.
it out the park so everyone thinks you're super smart. Capital city of Spain.
Oh, Madrid.
There you go.
Let's go. I'm redeemed. I did not know that for the longest time, by the way.
Oh, you didn't?
I did not.
You
But I
been-
know. I'm cultured.
You had a little bit of panic in your eyes for just a second.
When I heard capital city, I was like, oh no. You could have said any other country, I would have gotten it wrong.
Oh, I was going to throw a softball.
Yeah.
Wait, no, you would have got France.
Was that Paris?
Yeah.
Okay.
England.
Germany is Berlin.
England.
England is London. Easy.
Portugal.
Okay, that's too hard. Portugal?
Begins with an L.
L.
L. Which is what you're taking right now.
Let's end the podcast right
Lisbon.
here. Oh, Lisbon.
There you go.
Lisbon? Isn't
Lisbon.
that in England?
No.
Okay. We'll stop there. Please like, subscribe, and leave a nice comment for me
Yeah.
to read in the next podcast.
For all of our beautiful Brazilian fans who are probably watching this,
Yeah.
please
hate
be,
watching.
please.
If you're hate watching this video, leave a like anyway.
Yeah, this is gonna be the most disliked video on the Sonics.
I think our YouTube channel is safe for now from the Brazilians.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
You're gonna
after
come up
this
with a spicy title.
Yeah. Oh man.
You're gonna come up with a
Alright,
spicy title, and it's gonna go.
We'll find out when we tune in.
All right. Well,
Tune in next.
if you don't see us next,
If you don't see us next time, you know
we've
what
been
happened.
banned off the platform with dislike spam. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
We'll close it there.
Yeah.